All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Hey everybody, Kriss here. Did you miss me? Hey, did you miss me? Yesterday was so much fun. If you weren't here yesterday, we had an epic 9-hour live stream watching all of the Trump inauguration stuff, having good conversation about everything that was going on. And Doge, of course, wasn't really doing much. But now, hey, look what we got. We got a pump on Doge. Then we had a secondary pump. And I'm going to talk about both of those today and what's coming on in the future. Touch on a few other things as well, including the Trump token. We will mention that. So a lot to get to. Let me get down here in the corner and let's get started right away, because I know there's going to be a lot of people like an hour from now who are going to ask the question, what's about this Dogecoin ETF? And I'm just going to refer them to the beginning of the stream, because then we'll do it all over again. And I don't want to spend all that time while we're talking about other stuff, because I know that's going to happen. So let's get started. What's going on today, guys? What's going on with Doge today? Well, Dogecoin soars 14% as Elon Musk's Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, drops an official website featuring the Dogecoin logo. What? What's going on? Yes, you go to doge.gov. This is the doge.gov website. Yes, they're going to have their own website of which they're going to be posting all the things that they're doing. And on day one, what do they have? A Dogecoin logo. It's just, that's Elon, right? That's Elon. I talked about that in this morning's video, which got a lot of great response, but thought I would start here again. If any of you missed that and you want to get more details on that after the live stream, watch the video this morning about the Doge.gov website and Department of Government Efficiency. And I covered all that this morning. But we also had in the HTML code, because, people are going to do what they're going to do, right? They're going to figure out what is Elon doing, right? There's also the Doge face embedded into the HTML code for the website. Because why? Because Elon can. And Sir Doge of the coin also pulled out an old Elon Musk quote: Doge will reprogram the base code of the matrix. Doge will reprogram the base code of the matrix, and guess what color the Doge head is in the HTML code? It's green. It's green. It's just like, you can't make this stuff up. Elon is just like flying like way above everybody else. He's just way above everybody else doing this stuff. And you wonder, like, why do I talk about Elon Musk so much? And why has Elon not come out directly and pumped Dogecoin? I think before it was fear of these lawsuits, things like that. But you know what? That was the old administration. And they're out of here. They are out of here. We have a new administration now. And if you didn't see, there is a new emoji for the channel members to use. Yes, added the Trump emoji now that we have in the chat, just because I can, right? And so we can have fun with that as well. I mean, it's all good, right? It's all good. But But that's not all. That is not all. That's right. We also have the U.S. debt clock. That's right. There's a U.S. debt clock and a website there. And guess what they did? They added a section called the Doge clock. And the Doge clock is going to post how many savings the Department of Government Efficiency has added. And it's already 3 billion. It's like, what? 3 billion? How did they get that already? I don't know about that. I'm not quite sure about that, but it could be fun. Elon Musk said, really? And Doge of the Coin said, yep. And you click on it, and what do we get? Not quite sure. It is like, what was that? It's thinking about it. The Doge clock. Why not? They should paste the savings in Dogecoin. Exact, Steve. They should have the savings in that. And there it is right there, the Doge clock. Part of the usdebtclock.org. There is a Doge clock right there. So I don't know where that number comes from and what that means, but it is right there. The Doge clock is now the Department of Government Efficiency Advisory Commission real-time savings objective from reducing government waste. Okay, so this is an objective. That explains it. But there is a little Doge shield here that does have a Doge head on it, which is kind of cute. It's a dog head. It's not really the Doge. It'd be good if it was the real, like, meme Doge, but hey, we take what we can get. So that was this morning. And then we got this thing. Rex shares files for Trump and Doge ETFs. What is this about? What is this? Well, this is a filing for a Dogecoin ETF and a number of others as well. But Doge is included here. This is the first official application with the SEC for a Dogecoin ETF. And memes, do we have a meme coin super cycle going? I mean, the memes that was the big thing 2024, right? All the memes were doing great. And I thought, well, 2025, maybe the whole meme thing is going to settle down. And we're going to get back to like real utility, right? Real projects. We're going to see ETH take off, right? And then we're going to get into alt season. And the memes are like, no. We are not done yet. And this Trump meme token really took off. Obviously, some people got wrecked. We'll take a look at that in a minute, or a little bit wrecked. Maybe it's just a temporary thing. And a bonk future, what, a bonk ETF as well? That's right. You go to the SEC Gov website, and in the details right here, there's this Rex Osprey Doge ETF. This is the official SEC Gov website. And we can go all the way up to the top here, and we can see, yes, this is official. This isn't fake. This is the official SEC.gov website. United States Securities and Exchange Commission Form N1A ETF Opportunities Trust, as filed by Rex Osprey. And they are filing for 7 ETFs. They're filing for a Trump ETF based on the Trump token. They're filing for an ETH ETF. They're filing for a Bitcoin ETF. They're filing for a Solana ETF, an XRP ETF, a Bonk ETF, and a Dogecoin ETF. So why didn't they file for those others last year? I don't know. Maybe they were just waiting until Gary Gensler was gone from the SEC because they didn't want to fight that battle. And so here we go. And I think this is just the start, because there are copycats out there that are going to want to get onto this as well. And we're going to see multiple filings now. after this first one has been done. But Dogecoin, when that came out, Dogecoin went up about 4.5% based on that news. It did so much better with the Doge.gov website news, where we pumped all the way up to 40 cents before profit taking happened. But when that ETF news came out, it was like 4.5%. Is that all? Because you go to the Bonk website or the Bonk chart and you're like, no, this is what it should have done. Bonk went up when that news came out. Bonk went up 20%. 20% for Bonk. Now, Bonk didn't have anything else going for it earlier this morning like Doge did. So I guess we can, okay, I get it. But yeah, Bonk up 20% this morning because a Bonk ETF was filed. Meanwhile, the Trump token is up to $43 now. After last night's low, it came all the way down to $31. And I have to admit to you guys, I got to admit it, I bought some Trump tokens. I know you guys are going to be really mad at me. You're like, oh, Kriss, but all day yesterday you said I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't touch that. And then last night I was like, I've taken some profits, but when it came all the way down and it was at $35 and I was like, yeah, because all these red drops and I was like, how I say buy on the red candles, right? And it was just dropping. And on Robinhood, this whole green, all these green candles up here was when it got listed on Robinhood. So it shot all the way up over $60. And it came all the way down. And then I was like, I had taken profits, right, on all my stocks. And I was like, you know what? I'm only going to be in this for like a few weeks. I'm only going to be in this for a few weeks. This isn't a long-term thing. Why not make a little money? So I bought some Trump tokens. My average price is $34.75. Yes, I just bought it on Robinhood. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Bought it on Robinhood. My Trump tokens, 100 Trump tokens. And I'm up $875 buying 100 Trump tokens. So I looked at that almost like free money because, well, it just was. 100 Trump tokens at 30. My average price is $34.25. And then I saw poor Living with Lucy this morning, and she posted her video where she was trying to buy on Robinhood last night, and the Robinhood app was freezing because there was so much buying going on, and she finally bought, and she bought at $60. Yeah, she bought up here at $60, and she's a little sad this morning because she lost half of her value. But when things get listed on Robinhood, and we even talked about it yesterday, that's the last thing you do is buy as soon as something gets listed on Robinhood. You wait for the dust to settle, right? And that's what I did. So, yeah, and you in New York, I know, Moose, you in New York cannot buy it on Robinhood. Now, it just got listed on Coinbase. So, Moose, maybe try Coinbase. And I have a link in the description below for Coinbase if you want to try Coinbase and see whether it was there. It just got listed on Coinbase, and we had a little pump on the Trump token right there from about $38 up to $44 with the Coinbase listing. Still not, jumping up to the moon yet. Not like last night when it got listed on Robinhood. That was kind of a big deal. But not so much. But hey, it is what it is. I know you guys are mad at me after all the crap I was given about the Trump token yesterday, but why not make a few extra $1,000 here before I cash out all my alts? That's the position I'm in. So that's what I did. And I wanted to keep it separate from my Doge because, again, the Doge I'm going to be keeping long-term, hopefully. If we get a big pump in a lot of cryptos during the next few weeks, I may not have to touch any of my Doge to get my house. So that's what I'm thinking of, is that. At the same time, this morning, woke up to this VTHOR token. So I don't know if you guys remembered, but I was talking about, this is like a 200% pump here on VTHOR token. And if you guys remember, I told you I had VeChain, and my VeChain was staked over on Exodus, and I was collecting VTHOR tokens because VeChain and VTHOR are like partner cryptos. And I woke up this morning and I was just, what I normally do, right? Have a little orange juice, right? Fix my breakfast, and then check the charts. And I didn't see the VTHOR right away, but as soon as I looked down, it was like 200%. Of course, when I woke up, it had already peaked up to over a penny, and it was down to about 0.0075. And I was like, yeah, I got to sell this. So I took my profits on VTHOR, my VTHOR token there. So that's gone. And that's what I'll do on other alts. If they go on some wild rides, I'll be taking profits over the next few weeks. I mean, this is like crazy stuff here. Crazy stuff. I'll get to everybody's questions in a minute, but we will take a look at Peak. Peak is recovering today from kind of going down a bit yesterday, and now recovering back up to 37. It was down to 34, but has a ways to go to get back up to like 50 cents where we were up here just about a week ago. But Peak is recovering. We'll check in with that again. What else do I have for you guys here? We can refer back to this SEC Gov thing if you want to get more of the details, but it's really just technical stuff. Trader Tardigrade. He says, look, the big picture of Doge. Let's zoom out. Big picture, 4-year cycles. And not only does he give us 2025 top of cycle target here, but he's also giving us the 2029. Yes, the 2029 target for Dogecoin, top of the cycle. And he says, you go back to 2014, you see what Doge did up to 2017. Then you see what Doge did up to 2021. And if it follows the pattern again, we would see the top of the 2025 cycle somewhere between $2 and $3. The compelling pattern hints the potential bullish momentum is forthcoming. Exciting times are ahead. This is a Dogecoin macro chart, looking at a monthly time frame, looking at 4-year cycles. And so he's got like $2 Doge, somewhere between, he doesn't have a line coming across here, but I'm guessing it's about $2 Doge. And then 2029, it's like $65. It's like $65 Dogecoin. So if you're bullish about Dogecoin and you're ready to hold for another 4 years, $65 Dogecoin. It just following a pattern, just following a pattern. So I'm like, yeah, this is next cycle. This is 2029. You look at the chart. It's a 4-year cycle. This is 2025 in green, and then that would be 2029. So I'm going to hold on to as much Dogecoin as I can while I buy my house. So I bought some Trump tokens, and we'll see if we can ride it up, back up to $60, maybe even higher. I can double my money on that so I can keep my Dogecoin. So do you guys forgive me now? This is all about keeping Doge. That's what this is about. It's about keeping Dogecoin. So please forgive me for buying some Trump tokens that I'm going to sell in a couple weeks. I'm going to sell them. And it's all so I can save as many Dogecoins as possible. It's a quick hit on Trump token. I'm going to be selling them so I can keep the Doge. Okay, you forgive me, guys? Look what Ali says. Ali says, Dogecoin is still holding above the breakout zone, showing resilience and potential for further upside. And I showed this as well because I had a very similar downward sloping, what was resistance line became support and then bounced off that. And it looks like that means we are going to go higher. We just have to break that 40-cent resistance line now. 40 cents. Caffeine, I just did. I just showed you. I did. I'll explain what an ETF is in just a minute, Wavy. So, and I will pay short-term capital gains tax on doubling my money in a few weeks. Sure. I will do that. I will do that. So a couple other fun things just for you guys in the chat here. A couple other fun things to get to. Are you guys ready for this? I just came across this on X and I was just like, I got to use this in the stream. Yes, this is our friend Michael Jackson with a younger Donald Trump. And the post was membership. And I just thought that was so funny that I had to share it with you guys. In memoriam, Mr. Michael Jackson. So he went back in time and he is with a younger Donald Trump. And I just thought, yeah, I got to use this in the stream today because that is just priceless. Absolutely priceless. So we got that. And then we've got this as well. Doge Tipping posted this. Just what might be going on with Dogecoin and what Elon Musk's plan is that here's the government, right? The castle is the government. Here's Elon Musk. The horse is the Department of Government Efficiency. And what is hiding inside? What is hiding inside? Dogecoins. Yes, it's Dogecoins. This is Elon's big plan and why he's so excited. Because now he gets to unleash the Doge. That's just awesome. So LFGs, all in comment posts here, are all LFGs. And we can all put LFG in the chat because this has 2021 vibes written all over it. 2021 vibes all over it. So that's what we've got today, guys. How's everybody doing? Doge is at 38 cents. Up 8% today. 8%. Now, it's not like huge, but it's 8%. Hey, Greg, thank you. Super chat, all is forgiven. That's the trading world. Best of luck. I got in around $20. So you've got some Trump tokens too. Trump tokens. Yeah, Trump's up to 44. I bought at 34, so I'm already up almost $1,000. Like and subscribe. Christoph reminding everybody, like and subscribe. I appreciate the support, everybody. Got to get those likes up here. If Doge hits $65, the market cap will hit. Yeah, just multiply however many billions, isn't it, right? It's 147 billion times 65. And you get the idea. Short-term capital gains taxes are all depending on where you live. So, the Michael Jackson, yes. And the Bitcoin, of course, continues to steadily increase. Look at Bitcoin today. Had just a little bit of a profit taking and then just ate it all right back up. I don't know who's selling their Bitcoin right now because it's just going up. Slow and steady up to the right on Bitcoin. Yes, Trump knew Michael Jackson very well. Yes, it's a Trojan horse. That's the whole thing. Like and sub, everyone. Why did Tesla drop today? I think there's a lot of people who aren't a fan of Elon Musk or don't think that Elon is going to actually pay attention to Tesla because he's off doing this Doge thing. I sold my Tesla stock last week. I also sold all my DJT stock last week, and DJT went down. It's down 10% today. I also sold all my MicroStrategy stock last week, and that's down. Well, it actually came back up. But MicroStrategy, even though Michael Saylor bought more Bitcoin this morning, he's also putting out this proposal to shareholders to dilute the stock even more in order to buy more Bitcoin. That's what's going in. Raiden, you're still mourning MJ's loss. He kind of had it coming, though. No one coming to save you. You must be strategic for the future and save yourself. Yes, sci-fi. Yeah, and what about X payments and X money? Just another sign that Doge is coming. Do you think with the Elon narrative written in, it can go much, much higher? We will see. I do not trade any futures, Tony. I don't want to chance any of my coins using leverage. Ron says, my favorite part yesterday's long day was when Elon had his thumbs up like an excited young kid at Christmas. Yes, you can now buy the Trump token on Coinbase. It got a little bump on that as well. You bought it 44. It's going to go higher. I think so. You just sold all your crow. That whole Elon salute thing, that was just him putting his fist on his heart and then throwing it out to the fans. That's all it was. All of this crap. I won't even say the words. That's all left liberal driven media just making a big thing out of nothing. And all over X, you can see the same kind of arm up with Kamala and Hillary and all of those. It's nothing. It's just a big bag of nothing. But this is how the next 4 years are going to be. Every little thing that Trump does or Elon does, the left-leaning liberal media is just going to jump on it instead of just helping our country recover and be better. Oh. Yeah, Robinhood didn't notify you until the Trump token was at $65. Yeah. Hopefully X payments happen sooner. We will see. The salute is very bullish. I agree too. I'm defending it, Darren. I'm defending it. He puts his fist on his heart and he throws it out. I mean, watch the whole video. Don't just watch the little clip of the arm going up, but watch what he does before, and then watch like 30 seconds before that and how excited he was. Put it into context. Put it into context. Now, if the ETF gets approved, all right, Wavy, what's an ETF now? All right, an ETF is an exchange-traded fund. So basically, a company that gets approved to sell an ETF. Essentially, an ETF is a fund that gets traded sort of like a stock, right? An ETF is like a stock. So it's traded on an exchange like the stock exchange, and it is open for trading, not on a crypto exchange, and not on any like DeFi swap things in crypto. It's done more like a stock. And then what happens with the ETF is it just opens it up for people to buy that would normally buy cryptocurrencies. You don't have to like start an account on a crypto exchange like Coinbase. You can just call up your broker and say, buy me that ETF into my portfolio. Also, most retirement accounts do not have cryptocurrency, but they do have ETFs. And so in your Vanguard or Fidelity or whatever retirement account, you can actually hold Dogecoin. Now, it's not the actual coins, but you can benefit long-term through your retirement on holding the ETF. And then what happens when you retire and you start cashing out years from now? You are not taxed on any of the profits. That's right. You are not taxed on any profits if you're holding that in a retirement account. Can you imagine how many people are going to want to hold Dogecoin in a retirement account? You can do that with an ETF. So I'm just saying it's not a bad thing. Now, it goes against the whole ethos of Dogecoin as a currency, holding the actual coin, but we see that already with Bitcoin from a year ago. You remember when the Bitcoin ETF started, right? That was just about a year ago. Bitcoin's price took off, and then there was all this chatter, well, it's not real Bitcoin. Well, it actually is, because like BlackRock, for every Bitcoin that's bought in that ETF, BlackRock has to buy the actual Bitcoin to hold in their wallet because they get audited. They got to make sure they have the Bitcoins, the actual ones. So in this case, this Osprey Rex group, or there's two different entities here, everybody who buys the Dogecoin ETF, if and when it gets approved, they have to buy the underlying Dogecoin and hold it in a wallet because it's auditable. It's good for Dogecoin. So that's what we've got. And it's called an exchange traded fund, ETF. It could be an ETP, exchange traded product. We'll see the lingo of it. It's just assumed they're ETFs. That's what everybody knows the name of, ETFs. So that's what it is. I think they will work on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's going to be coming. Ross Ulbricht, I think that's going to come as well. It wasn't day one, but I think that's coming. So All right, let me get caught up here in the chat. You missed something with MJ, Doge Runner? Yeah, it was just a fun picture that I saw on X this morning, which was an old picture of a younger Donald Trump with the original Michael Jackson. And then yesterday, our friend Michael Jackson in the chat got banned. So the Doge website is down. Let me refresh. Nope, still here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Have you liked the stream yet, people? Have you liked the stream yet? I think X payments will happen this year because not only Elon said it, but also Linda Yaccarino said it. And if Linda says it, like Elon, of course, you can't trust on timeframes, right? Because he normally overpromises on how quickly things will get done. But when Linda said it, I was like, oh, okay. Because Linda wouldn't say it. So, liberal media outrage. We are in for a fun 4 years. A fun 4 years of that. Yeah, I think that Elon was just excited yesterday, throwing out love. VThor taking off again. I took my profits. What's VThor doing? Yeah, just kind of curling up here. But yeah, this is, I mean, this alone is a big move because of this huge 200% thing here. That's a pretty big move right there in VThor token. Now this is tied to VeChain, and typically when VeChain goes up, also VThor, but I didn't sell my VeChain yet because this was only like a 8% move where VThor's went up 200%. So I still would like to see VeChain go up higher. So you're telling me there's a chance the Trump could get to $100? The Trump token could trade up, yes. It'll be interesting to see about XRP, Solana, Litecoin. It'll be very interesting to see what the next ETF is. Now that Doge is in the running, very interesting. ETH has not been moving now because Vitalik and the ETH Foundation are all battling, and nobody likes that. It's like, who's controlling the foundation? Who makes the rules? And it's just like, dumb. What's up with Stephen Steele? Well, Stephen was the marketing guy behind the MAGA coin, you know, the Trump MAGA token. And so I think he's a little down because the official Trump token came out, and that kind of took the sales out of the Trump MAGA token. The Melania token, I wouldn't touch it. Did you see Doge being listed in American Original Crypto? I haven't seen that yet. I don't think there's an official list yet. So yes, and we've talked about iTrust Capital. You can create an IRA within iTrust, and you can hold Doge in there. Yes. These are for the people who might already have retirement accounts, like with Fidelity and Vanguard. and they may now have exposure to a Dogecoin ETF if it's created. So I don't know if we're going to see Doge drop back down. It looks like it's showing a little weakness right now. So maybe we see a little dip below 38. I don't really do fib retracements, Max. Not my thing. Yes, the Bank of America statement, it wasn't new, but was talking about cryptocurrency and being able to, well, he just basically said the Bank of America is able to accept cryptocurrency. We'll see how that goes. The BOFA statement was bullish for cryptocurrency, though. Yep. I didn't see the Kamala and Bernie Sanders thing, no. Here we go. The quote. Thank you, Daydream. Banks will look to get in on the business of cryptocurrency transactions if digital currencies are legitimized as a form of payment by the Trump administration. And earlier his comment was he's ready. He's ready. So if ETH can outperform Bitcoin, alt season can start. Max, we don't have to listen to your words. I've been saying the same thing for months. But thank you. But thank you. You 2x'd and 4x'd on VThor. Quite a day for VThor, isn't it? Charles, welcome again on your TEMA. Going to get that KuCoin listing. It's coming up still. I know, I remember. It's coming up. But thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Good luck with your TEMA token. Yeah, when Elon said Doge to Mars, that was good. And that was all in response to Trump actually calling out Mars exploration because he knows Elon is the one all behind it. Yeah, this whole thing about American-made coins now or tokens, because wouldn't Trump like to have his own Trump token, have tax-free capital gains for his Trump token? So that means Doge should be right there too. Because Billy Marcus made Dogecoin sitting in his apartment in Portland, Oregon, which is in the USA. So if you want to convert, that's your choice, Alex. If you think there's a faster runner, Solana has already had a great run. And I have said before, I think from this point going forward, Doge is going to outperform Solana, Bitcoin, many others. Yep. Yeah, Daryl is, he doesn't always get things right. Now, I admit, I also called out from the crypto ball on Friday that Doge logo that was shown on the screen there was a advertisement paid for by that DOGE token team. And I admitted that. And I said, yep, I got that wrong. I was just kind of having fun with it, thinking that wouldn't it be great if the official Doge logo for the Department of Government Efficiency had a Doge in it. And that was their symbol for that Doge token, right, that was made. Not officially connected to Doge or Dogecoin or anything. And then this morning we get this. Again, not a logo. Their little logo is still the $ in a circle because the Department of Government Efficiency is actually going to be saving dollars. But for Elon to post the Dogecoin logo on the website, that's awesome. That's just awesome. So yeah, that $2, that is Trader Allen's target now. $2. Adrian just made a new Coinbase account. What are the best coins? What have I been talking about? Whatever I've been talking about are the best coins, Adrian, without a doubt. Not financial advice. Phase 2 is ETH, but ETH is just, they're having some infighting going on right now, and it's just, Moreno, I'm trying to save as much Dogecoin as I can in my back. That's what I'm doing. I'm saving as much Doge as I can. If I make profits on something else over the next 3 weeks, that means I get to save more Dogecoin. I know, Batman. I wouldn't touch it, and I bought it. I admit it. I admit it. Very funny Doge runner. No, not by Melania. No. This all smells like large-scale incorporation of crypto. This is bull market stuff, guys. This has 2021 vibes all over it. Robinhood Gold is offering a 2% match for your old 401k. My 401k is with Fidelity. I'm leaving it there. I'm not going to move it to Robinhood. I got enough in Robinhood right now. I'm good. Bank of America starts slinging crypto and it's game on. Yeah, SHIB is not doing much still. It's up 3% today, but it's like, it's just a gradual, it's just not doing much. You just go out to the 4-hour chart on SHIB and you can see it's still down. It's just not recovering. We had it in this big triangle too that we were watching, and it's just doing nothing. So Doge trying to get back to 40 cents. Touched it this morning. That's going to be a big key resistance line we're going to be watching this week. Yep, that is how Doge is. Will Doge become an actual federal executive department through approval of Congress? No. It's just going to be a consulting thing. That's all it is. Nothing official. Yes, Max, I've covered all of the stages of the cycles. Nothing new here. Onyx coin went on a big run. Is that going to continue? I don't know. I don't even know what it does. I don't want it to happen, but if we get a dip, I can finally round off how much Doge I have to make a nice clean number. I don't own any Caspa. I just don't see Caspa becoming a great project with real utility. Just no one's using it. There's some miners who are mining it, but nobody's building on, no one's doing anything with it. Not big time. There's probably some small time stuff, but no. I know you can't worry about your average, Daydream. If there's money to be made and your average comes up a little, so what? Your average doesn't matter. What else are you doing with your money? Is it just sitting in the bank, not earning any interest? If you buy Doge, you'll make money on that. Don't worry about your average. Hey, Jay, do you think we break this 38-cent mark any sooner, head towards 43, 48? Will the Doge ETF help? Well, we got whatever pump we were going to get by the news of the Doge ETF, and now it's a waiting game for the actual ETF, and that's going to take a while. I think it's like a minimum 90 days, or no, a maximum of 90 days. And we saw on those Bitcoin ETFs, they went like 89 days. So that's 3 months out. So we're talking like middle to end of April, most likely. Middle to end of April would be the 90-day window. Yes, Elon still cares about us. $2 would be fantastic. I would like to hold my Doge longer term as well. Yeah, we can always look at the ETH chart, Max. Don't mind at all. Just not doing much. While Bitcoin going up. Now, compared to where it was here, let's say early Monday morning, yeah, ETH a little lower than where it was. Not too much difference overall. Bitcoin pulling back a little bit right now this afternoon. Hopefully Doge doesn't have that. I told you so's. Yeah, someone else put that in the comments again. I was just like, yeah, right. Whatever. I was busy trying to buy Trump tokens. Like, hey, Shabir, just take the timer down at the bottom of the stream and just go all the way back to the start and watch the first 10 minutes. And then you'll see the deal on the Doge ETF. Or you can watch my video. No, I didn't cover that this morning. That hasn't happened yet. Yeah, just here. The Trump token is on Revolut for UK buyers. Thank you, Derek. How long can Doge outperform Bitcoin? Good question. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. And then let's go to the Doge BTC trading pair chart. And we see, well, this was my prediction, and this was from back in December. This was my prediction that we would eclipse 00004 and go higher. We touched 00004, but then Doge, when the market went down the second week of January, Doge went down harder than Bitcoin. So the Doge BTC pair went down. We did recover back up to 00004 last week, but yesterday and this morning, Bitcoin outperformed Doge again. So we're kind of fighting this up and down here, right around 36. I imagine we'll get back up to 40. I've got a target of 50 up here, Doge versus BTC. And so we're waiting to see what happens with that. So that's Doge BTC trading pair. And we'll continue to watch that and see how Doge performs against Bitcoin. Certainly a lot of excitement with Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high yesterday morning. That was a big deal. $109,000. It feels good to be a crypto millionaire. It's going to a house. And our dream will have been reached. Peak is, as I've said, it's a long-term project. So you got to be patient. Brand new project in November. So it's going to take time. It's not like a meme token that's just going to take off. That's not what Peak is. I don't follow Moodang, money-minded. Good luck with it. I haven't heard of any Trump speeches today. I think he's doing his business. Well, Samuel, we just had a pump this morning, so XRP still hanging up out above $3, $3.19. So still, again, has to recover from where we were yesterday morning before the Trump inauguration dip. but still holding above 3. A new member, Monica, thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate it. How you doing today? There's big sell at 40 wallets, 40 cents. 40 cents is going to be tough. It chipped at it this morning and got rejected. It chipped at it. It needs to chip at it some more. Why can't you find that website? Doge.gov? Doge.gov. Yeah, let me try it in another browser and just see what happens. Doge.gov. Yep, same thing. Just did it on a different browser. This is on Firefox. Doge.gov. Right there. So, yep, it's still there. No worries. I do not follow Hex or Pulse or anything in that chain. CDM. I don't know, just not a Richard Hart fan, I guess. You want to know about the Doge ETF? Just slide the timer at the bottom of the live stream back to the beginning. Watch the first 10 minutes and you'll be all caught up. Okay? Same thing for you, John. Just slide the timer back to the first 10 minutes and then you can come back and join the rest of the stream after you watch that. You've got OCD. I understand. I mean, that's why I bought exactly 100 Trump tokens because I got the same thing. But the average, ugh. The other thing you can do is you can go on another exchange and buy some, right? Just go to another exchange and buy some more Doge. 22, 23, You can leave it in Robinhood. If you've got Robinhood Gold, you can make some nice, tasty interest. Not as much as you'll make on Doge going up, but I explained what an ETF is about, what was that, about 20 minutes ago, guys? About 20 minutes ago, I explained an ETF. So ETH is undervalued. I agree, for as much as it's still being used. Yeah, what's with the snow down Louisiana? It's probably crippling the whole US South with that snow. They don't know how to deal with that stuff. You have Robinhood as a secondary account to mess around with. Yep. And again, I sold most of my stocks last week. And so I had money there. So I bought some Trump tokens. And I was going to keep the money there for 3 more weeks and just earn interest on it. But then last night I saw that Trump token go down below 35 and I'm just like, I should probably buy some of that. So I did. And it's now at about $43. So yeah, from 35 to 44 is almost $1,000 that I just made since last night. I'll take it. That's $1,000 of additional Dogecoin I don't have to sell for my house. We'll see what Doge does when it goes on a run. Weepser, Jay Weepser. We'll see what we do. Right. I'm trying to keep as much of my Doge as I can, AJ. That's my goal here. I want all my other alts to go way up so I can sell all those, buy my house, and still have my Doge stash along with my 1 Bitcoin. That's my goal out of this. That's my goal. Snipers can't keep the market down forever. We were talking about that yesterday, Atlas, with the those leveraged long liquidations that happened right during the inauguration. It was like they timed it perfectly. So I started with I started initially with $10,000. And then over time, it was probably, I'll tell the whole story at some point in the future. I'll do the whole story. Trump is speaking at 4. Other streamers are getting on 3 to prepare to hear him today. Bruce is a new member. Yeah, Peak, if you want to buy Peak, crypto.com. I have a link below. If you want to join crypto.com, you can buy some Peak tokens there. I think that was pretty smart for this Rex Osprey group to apply for a Trump token ETF and a Doge ETF at the same time. I think that was awesome. Hey, Blake, thanks for the super chat. Trump infrastructure speech at 4 o'clock. All right. Is this something we really want to watch? Is he going to say something here? Let me just pull this over to the side. He's now at POTUS, right? At POTUS. He's not live. But then he might also be, it might also be on YouTube as well. Let me check. Vision Post is on. Yeah, Fox Live Now is going to cover it. Stand by. Stand by me. Stand by me. So we will just have this right over here. And we'll see what happens with that. Doge is still holding very well. It's a token. I know, right? Even if somebody says coin in the chat, I still just throw in the token thing. I got Trump at 34.25.
For your continued support and readiness.
Update on Wild. Okay. Soon, President Trump remarks. Okay. We will wait. SWI is a long-term thing. I believe so, Christian. Although I'm probably going to sell my SWI tokens so that I can save my Doge. I thought I would try and save some SWI tokens too. Maybe I'd buy back in during the bear market. You got snow in Texas? It was 18 below in Chicago. Well, that had to be a wind chill. That wasn't a temperature. Trump is going to make a massive announcement. Okay, well, we're there. Not yet. See what he says. Yeah, I didn't know about Tesla and that Tesla thing. Just last week with my DJT stock and MicroStrategy and Tesla, I just decided to sell them all last week before the inauguration. I told you guys I was doing that. And that's when I bought Bitcoin. It was last Monday because DJT stock was rocketing up while the rest of the stock market was going down. and my total holdings of DJT stock was more than $92,000. That was the price of Bitcoin. And so I sold the DJT stock and I bought one Bitcoin. And that was a week ago Monday. Hedera? Hedera 34. 4-hour chart. Well, we did have that run up to 40 cents. Same as Doge, 40 cents. Interesting. And we had that nice dip to 31, 32 cents on Hedera. So if we get another dip, that's probably a good buy. Again, we're watching Hedera at 34. We're watching Algorand at 43. Doge at 38. And what is peak now? And peak is 37. And through those four, just kind of playing a game, like which one's going to get to $1 first between peak, Doge, Hedera, and Algo. Because they're all close. Algo's in the lead, up to 43 cents. We'll see what happens. Big green candle on the chart will make you happy. Yeah, Cash, it was probably me telling myself not to buy any yesterday during the day that helped me. Plus, I was here talking to you guys all day too, while it was going down. The Million token is up 59%. Anybody trading Million token? That tech lead token? Anybody trading that? It's going crazy now. Million token. VeChain is still going to do well the rest of the cycle. I think so, George. It's been kind of slow, but I think it will. Probably not more than 10 cents, though. I'm not expecting much more than that. It's like 5 cents now for VeChain. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Benny King reference. I'm not buying Melania token. I bought the Trump token. I'm good. How often do I watch the market a day? Off and on. I'm working, but I always have the charts open, so I know what's going on. No tax on U.S. crypto would be for either long-term or short-term capital gains. It's 90 days to get an ETF approved. 90 days. No, I don't trade with stop losses. Yeah, the Trump token is now listed on Coinbase. Yeah. Yeah, World Liberty Finance bought a crap ton of ETH, crap ton of wrapped Bitcoin. We showed the forecast for Doge next couple of years, courtesy of our friend Trader Allen right here. We covered this about 45 minutes ago. And he's still looking at $2 Doge this cycle. And the next cycle, 2029, yeah, he's kind of up there. He's kind of up there. Yeah, we got the Trump thing ready to go. But they haven't started yet. Yeah, I don't know what Hoppy is. You bought back into ADA at $1? Yeah, $1. Yeah, I'm still targeting $2. So if you can double your money on that. Doge is cool. Yes, Ripple. Cool. You're thinking about this Crow business. Crypto.com as a platform, or like the Crow token? I own a bunch of the Crow token just because I do a lot of trading now on Crypto.com. And just opening up more boxes and getting more Crow and staking it. I get more Crow, stacking Crow tokens. BTC for the long run, mostly David for the bear market, because we don't know what highly volatile cryptos like Doge and others will do in a bear market, but Bitcoin never drops as much. So now I could always like sell the Bitcoin and then buy it at a lower price, maybe during the bear market. But this cycle might be a little different because of all the institutions and the ETFs and all of this. I just decided I'll just buy one Bitcoin and hold it. I think you have to be some kind of registered trading company or something to be able to apply for an ETF. I don't know what the exact questions are. You just joined the channel. Why did it come up as Monica? I don't know. Can this be fixed? Let me take a look at that. That might be KB's problem too. Because KB joined the channel and her name isn't showing up in green. Or his name, sorry. So, I don't know. I haven't had time to look at that one either. So I'll look at it hopefully tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. Trump is trading on Binance. Yeah, I can't see Binance because I'm in the United States. Adam, nice reminder for everyone. Did you like? Did you share? Did you subscribe? I never asked about the sharing, but yeah, sharing this out. We are going to check in with Trump's remarks here in just a little bit. See what he has to say. How to buy Trump. You can buy Trump on Coinbase. You can buy Trump on Robinhood. You can buy Trump on Crypto.com. There's 3 exchanges right there. And I have links to all of them in the description below. Hi, Sam. How are you? Hassan, it's a token, not a coin. And we're watching the Trump token. It's up over $44 now. This is showing a nice recovery from last night's low. It looks like this has momentum to keep going up right now. Again, as always, be careful. When you buy these things, you don't know if some whale is going to do a big dump. I think now that it's being traded on so many different exchanges and platforms now, that it'll have less volatility than it had, its first day and a half when you could only swap on Radium or Jupiter. So this shows like slow and steady buying here since last night. Yeah, World Liberty Finance said, wait till you see what we do tomorrow. I don't know what that means. It just could be more buying of crypto. Yeah, the Bitcoin heat map. There's always some nice leveraged longs down there. Will bonk get up to 10 cents? No. Not 10 cents. Too many zeros. So here's the bonk chart. Here's the daily. Its all-time high is 0.00005. So you think it's going to drop 4 zeros? Are you kidding? I don't mean to say that in jest, but it's just like, that's not realistic. So maybe it gets to 0.0001, which would be a 3x from here. That would be a good run for bulk. So nothing going on with Trump yet. I'm keeping an eye on it. Nothing on the Trump X account, POTUS. The new POTUS X account. So just keeping that on. And I lost my... I did that yesterday too. Sorry about that. They're looking at the Louisiana snow here. Doge is doing a little red candle thing, as is a Bitcoin. VTHOR still rounding up for those interested in the VTHOR token. Kind of a crazy chart. You can stake some cryptos on Coinbase. I know you can stake ETH, Solana, and Cardano. And there's probably a few others as well that you can stake right on the exchange. You may get some added benefits if you do that. I know I did when I first staked my ETH there, but the others I moved off onto an Exodus wallet and I staked those on Exodus so that I actually owned the coins and they weren't locked on the exchange, just for safety. I stake Crow for 90 days at a time. And then I restake it. So every 90 days, the Crow comes up again, and then I add the additional Crow that I have that I've made over that 3-month period, and then restake all of that for another 90 days. It's just stacking Crow tokens by just trading on the platform, doing the little missions. Yep. The Melania token, not a coin, it's a token. It's pretty weak. It's just been pretty weak. And I think I just didn't see the same kind of recovery. This is just not great on the Melania. So $4.40. It did hit a low of about $3.50 or so last night. Kind of interesting, though, that Melania is at $4.40 and Trump was just at $44, now up to $45. I bought Trump. This is where the interest is. It's in Trump, not Melania. And it's still going up. Trump is not the new Doge. No, it's just its own thing. Has nothing. It's not a proof of work cryptocurrency. Doesn't have its own blockchain. Doesn't work at all like today. Many think that it is a pump and dump token, Zoe. But we'll see in 3 months. In 3 months, we'll see when that big token unlock happens. I have not bought any crow with knife. That one's really volatile. It can go way up and then come crashing way down. But that's on crypto.com. It's a crow token. Press the like button and buy some XCN. Yeah, KB, it may be something with you. I'll look into it when I have time. What's going on? You sold your whiff at a 30% loss to buy Trump. Hey, that's a tough thing to do. I know, to accept your loss on something you thought you'd do better on. But hey, many times that works out. I mean, look at the Trump token. That's good recovery there. Better than what whiff is doing. Sell your Doge for Trump? No, Doge does not have the same kind of feeling as whiff does. There's a made in USA category on CoinMarketCap. Really, Teresa? Really? Made in America. Well, there it is. Top Made in America tokens. It doesn't say how they determined that they were made in America. XRP, Solana, Doge, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, SUI, Stellar, XLM, Hedera, Litecoin, Trump, Bitcoin Cash, Uniswap, Near, Aave, Aptos, Ondo, Render, Algorand, Filecoin, Optimism, Stacks, Injective. I own those too. Theta, Move, the Pudgy Penguins, Gala, Tezos, the Melania token, Aerodrome. There's a lot of them here that they have listed. Zeta, Cadena. Interesting. Oh, and here's that World Liberty Financial. Once it ever becomes traded, it would be there too. Teresa, thank you for pointing that out. That's cool. We'll keep our tabs on that and see whether that list becomes something official or not. If they do something tax-wise on Made in the USA, that would be awesome. We got nothing going on with Trump yet. Some kind of massive announcement? I don't know. Massive announcement. But it didn't happen at 4 o'clock. But it's still upcoming, so I've got that on in the background. Yep, you can buy Trump on Robinhood. If anybody wants to join Robinhood, I do have a link in the description below. So, Jason, there is this thing about lending your Bitcoin and making money off it. That was tried again back in 2021. There was like BlockFi, Voyager, Celsius. Those are 3 companies that all went bankrupt. Don't do it, Jason. And that is financial advice. Don't do it. Rumor has it that Trump put in around 80% of his wealth. No, Nigel, absolutely not. Oh, no, this is a weather thing. Trump isn't speaking yet. You bought Trump at 29, sold at 60, got some more Jasmine, which Mr. Guilty doesn't like. That's okay, but it's not trash. A lot of people making a lot of money on Jasmine, including one KrissPax. A lot of money. So, not trash. Nice cup and handle on a bonk chart. Coinbase won't verify your phone number. I don't know what the problem is on that, Blake. The Trump token is just a commemorative token. It doesn't do anything. At least that's what the website says. In the future, could they make it like maybe special to buy like NFTs or something like that? Maybe, but right now it doesn't do anything. Yeah, when you get the trading volume really ticking down, that's when you got to watch out for the snipers. The longest Doge streamer in the history of YouTube. Actually, there was a guy in 2021 that used to stream 24 hours a day. And he did that through the month of February and about half of March. And he was on 24 hours a day. He had to stop his stream a couple times because of some technical glitch. But even when he wasn't on screen, when he was sleeping, he still had the chart up. And people would just be there chatting. And then when things got really quiet in March of 2021, he stopped. And he missed out on the whole big April and May boom. Because then he was doing some like sneaker thing or something. I forget his name. Everybody buying Trump. I know. I did it too. Just making money. Up over $45. Just making money. Ownership of a Doge logo. I don't know, Kevo. I don't know. Oh, yeah. They did change it. They just changed it on the website to this. Interesting. I wonder if they got a notification or something. That's interesting. It's now that. Well, there you go. Thanks, Kevo, for pointing that out. Hey, breaking news here on KrissPax Live. Doge.gov changed the logo from the Dogecoin to the Department of Government Efficiency thing with a dog. Maybe that's why the Dogecoin price dropped here. Mazda. Do you really have to ask it like that? Vivek Ramaswamy is an American, okay? Born in America. He's an American. He didn't get kicked from Doge. He resigned because he's going to be running for governor of the state of Ohio. So don't be asking crap like that way. That's a bad look for you, dude. Staking new to me, figured Crow would be a good one. Yep. Would be nice if we got up to 40 cents, wouldn't it? More dips. Well, there you go. Somebody was wondering if we were going to dip below 38 cents. It's happening now. I bought some Trump just in order to like ride it for a week or two, get a little extra profit to save me from selling as much Doge. So I can keep more Doge by getting some profit on Trump token. Nathan says, can't blame a guy for making free money. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Trump's going to fall once it hits 47. We will see. Will the interest change once Trump pumps again? Probably. If it starts running, the FOMO will kick in again. I did not sell any Dogecoin to buy Trump. No, these were from my stocks last week. I had money on Robinhood from the stocks that I sold last week. I'm waiting for the Trump live thing. Not happening yet. Not happening yet. So it still says upcoming. So we're there live. Will the Melania token get listed on Robinhood and Coinbase? I don't know. Since that was a pump.fun one, I don't know. Papa Don making announcements? I don't see it yet. I am live. So nothing happening yet. It says soon, President Trump remarks. We will watch it. Transferred my whole portfolio aside from Doge into Trump. Good luck, Daydream. Doge, Dagoberto, for a lot of us with the news, we would expect Doge to pump. There's a lot of traders out there who trade Dogecoin up and down. They short it. They do leverage trading, all of that, just to make money. Up and down, up and down, up and down. They don't care about Dogecoin news other than it signals to them when they should do a certain trade. They're just in it to make money. Bitcoin is at 1065. It had this little dip and is now moving back up. So there you go, Paradisers. Thank you. Bella, appreciate it. Andreas, if you want to know about the Dogecoin ETF, just take your little timer at the bottom of the stream and slide it back to the beginning. You can watch the first 10 minutes. You'll get all the news that I laid out on that, and then you can come back up to present time. Sheeb is weak. I still have my Sheeb. I'm going to be selling it in a few weeks. I hope we get a pump. Andreas, 5 years out for Doge, just look at Trader Tardigrade's chart here on X, and he will tell you. He will tell you. Staking is okay for a long-term hold, Matt, but leverage, I'm not touching it. No way. Well, Jade, we are hoping the U.S. government, Congress passes legislation based on Trump's recommendation that we won't have to pay capital gains on profits from American-made cryptos. We'll see if that comes true. I'll take it. Exactly. If Doge was capital tax or capital gains free, rock it. Did Tech Lead launch a new coin? Remember, he did Million Token back in 2021. Did he launch a new one? There will not be. KrissPax coin, not happening. Harry picked up some more Jasmine on the dip. It's at least going to get back over 3 cents, 3.5 maybe. Try 4. Yeah, you can go to the Jasmine website. It's sort of an Internet of Things, data storage lockers, things like that. The token plays a role in that. Japan-based. Yep. We're still waiting for Trump's remarks, which Fox News is calling some massive announcement. So we will see. Thanks again, Teresa. Appreciate it. Trump token ETF, Montavo, it's been applied for, just like the Dogecoin ETF has been applied for. You can scroll back the timer to the first 10 minutes of this live stream, and I cover all of it there. Jerry. Yes, Ryan. That was Jerry. That was the guy. Young guy, a lot of enthusiasm. He was on all the time. Jerry. I remember him. Yeah, from Meta. Thank you, Darren. Yeah, sneaker guy. He did those 24-hour-a-day Dogecoin live streams. I bought Trump at 34.25. Yeah, the World Liberty Finance thing, you can't buy it yet on retail traders. You had to be some special, I don't even know what it was, but you still can't buy it. This is tradingview.com, my charts. A little pullback based on that logo change. Just a little bit of a red candle, but not too bad. And they removed the Doge and the HTML. Again, yeah, it could just be Elon sending a message, and that's it. And that's Elon, right? Just sends a little message and then gets on with business. Could be that. Nothing on the Trump announcement yet. We're waiting. Yeah, I'll take a look at that later, Ali. Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. Elon just sending a message. I buy cryptos on Coinbase, Robinhood, and crypto.com. These three right here. I have links to all of them in the description below. And that's all I trade on. I don't do any swapping, anything like that. Yes, AJ. Elon, those are the only two cryptos Elon has admitted to owning. Is Doge and Bitcoin. He doesn't even talk about other cryptos. Think Doge is going to pump soon? Buy the dip? If he got a notice about the Doge logo on the website, he might just say, okay, I had my fun. Now we'll just get on with business. So, yep. And it's still got a dog on it, like he said it would. Isn't DeWine's term coming up, which is why Vivek is going to run? I think so. Trump is not dangerous, Tony. I do not believe so. He does have a little bit of a revenge thing in him against certain things. And then once he's over that, he's doing what's best for the country. I honestly believe that. Yeah, it's some infrastructure announcement thing. You never know what he's going to say. Trump could 3x. That's what people are saying, $100. I wish Peak would get listed on Coinbase, Binance. Those would be huge pumps in the price. I bought 100 Trump tokens. Not $50,000. Nope. I did not put $50,000 on Trump. TJT stock. Yeah, it was down today, $35. So negative day on that. I don't own that anymore. Is there a liquidation heat map on Trump? I don't think CoinGlass has that yet. I don't think they have a Trump one yet. We'll see. But yeah, Trump is, in the last hour, Trump is getting rid of shorters. Almost $1 million in shorts have been wrecked on Trump. See what they got. Yeah, they took the Bitcoin dip, took out $140 million here. There's a bunch of other leveraged longs down the ways, but there's Trump right there. Ha! There is a Trump heat map. There it is. Not too many people shorting it. Let's go to the, well, it'd be 3 days would be the max because that's all it's been around. Yeah, a lot of leveraged longs down here. But again, none of it is huge money, not like Bitcoin and ETH. And they just took out all these shorts right in there. Still nothing on Trump making announcements yet. Just checking in. Yeah, these, it's just not huge money on Trump, not like Bitcoin and ETH. But that's what the heat map looks like. Oh, here we go. Getting ready for Trump's announcement. Yeah, but that's cool. CoinGlass got this Trump token heat map up pretty quick.
On his first full day in office. That's according to a statement given by the White House just today. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt teasing the announcement during an interview on Fox and Friends Tuesday morning, saying that Trump would hold the event at 4 p.m. Eastern time to dethrone.
Look at this VTHOR token.
Now, as you all can see, it is about
going back up
Eastern time. So we're running a little bit late, but now that we finally have this vantage point from inside the Roosevelt Room, and we're seeing that they did a mic check, it should be getting started very soon. So what I'm going to do before this does get underway is
Solana did run up today.
Step away for our final commercial break of this hour. We are planning to air all of the president's remarks in full without breaks, no interruptions. So we'll get up to this next.
Okay, they're going to take a little break, and then we'll get back with Trump's remarks. See what he says. We can look at Pepe for Dennis. Sure. What is going on with the Pepe? Not much. This looks like a big run, but it's not percentage-wise. Pepe's been a little stagnant since the big drop here last week. So for those buying Pepe under 15, wow. You had that early this morning too. That's the type of buy down at 15 where you can double your money, I think, on Pepe, because Pepe will go on a run again. Yeah, Ivan, we saw the image change on Doge. Got that right over here. That was the updated image now on the doge.gov website. And people in the chat said that the Doge isn't in the HTML code either. Yep, that just happened like 20 minutes ago. We don't know what's going to happen with the tax laws. That Congress is the only one that can change the tax law, so there'd have to be some legislation there. We will see. I like that daydream. One round of golf with the Bank of America boss, and we're going to soar. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, fam, thanks for the super chat. Nice retest of the 20 EMA for Doge on the 4-hour chart. Handle, candle, close, incoming. I hope that all works. I'm not huge into all the technical analysis on EMAs. To me, they're all kind of coincidences. That whole leverage thing, yeah. Eric has a new tweet. What is Eric up to? Is he behind World Liberty? I thought that was Don Jr. In my opinion, there's never been a better time to invest in the United States. Bet on our markets, on energy, on technology, and on crypto. Bet on the greatest nation on earth, a nation that has been freed from its constraints and shackles and now has limitless potential. No question, Biden left a mess, but that mess will be corrected, and the next 4 years are going to be spectacular. Transformational wealth will be created, and I hope everybody enjoys the ride. Love, Eric. That was nice. That was nice for Eric. Staking does not get you wrecked, Elite. I've staked ETH for 2.5 years, and I made a lot of ETH by staking it, and I just unstaked it. No problem. I made a lot of VThor tokens by staking VeChain, and I just cashed out on that huge VThor run. Big time, all because of staking. I wouldn't have been buying VThor tokens by themselves. I got it all staking VeChain. It helps out a proof of stake network, helps make it safe, secure. Yeah, Adam, we talked about it earlier, that Vivek resigned from Doge, grateful to help be involved in setting it up, but he's going to make his announcement, which we all are pretty much sure that it's going to be running for governor of Ohio. Exactly. Elon is not trolling, letting the people know that he hasn't forgotten about us. I agree, Chico. Exactly. Atlas just bought some more Doge. You bought Trump on Moonshot. Is there any benefit to transferring it to your Coinbase account? I don't know. I don't know what holding it on Moonshot means. Do you have your own wallet associated with Moonshot? I've never used it before. If it's your own wallet, then it's better being there than on Coinbase Exchange. Thank you, Chico. Glad to be of service here. No, this Doge logo was made, I don't know, like a couple months ago. This isn't a new logo. This came out at least a couple months ago. This thing was made. I believe I posted it at the time, so it's somewhere on my X account. Vivek made a lot of money in pharmaceuticals, which allowed him to be able to resign, sell out of that company, whatever he did. So he became independently wealthy and be able to run for president. So I don't know why you'd be wary of him. That's how a lot of politicians get started, is that they make money in business. He might have been a shrewd businessman, but that was all business. I know, Stone, I wasn't until last night when it dropped so much. Decided to buy some and make some money. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, Christoph. Elon saying Doge to Mars. I know. It's the actual utility we really need, Matt. Yeah, Eric Trump mentioned crypto as part of becoming wealthy over the next 4 years. So crypto is in the mix. In the mix. The official Trump token needs to rip. Yeah. I'd take that. The AI infrastructure investment is called Project Stargate. Wow. Stargate. That's more of like some space endeavor. Stargate AI project? I know, Rowan. I've already made $1,000. Not bad for holding something about 18 hours for $1,000, dude. That's $1,000 less Dogecoin I need to sell for my house. And Junior, we're just waiting to see what Trump has to say here. Might be interesting. Sid bought 2 Trump tokens. Awesome. The wealth distribution has been skewing to the wealthy even during Biden's administration, Justin. In fact, I think it's skewed more during the last 4 years than it did the previous 4. So, and that's just going to continue. The whole divide between the wealth and, let's just say, non-wealthy has been getting larger and larger over the past decades. Us people in the middle class, we're the ones that pay all the taxes, right? Well, Elon does pay his share, and he openly admits it, even though Warren kept going out about him not paying taxes. And then he showed his tax return, and it was like, oh yeah, he's paying taxes, like a lot of them. I don't know when more executive orders are coming out. Always anticipate snipers, Atlas. Always. Jasmine, we're waiting to move. The broke crypto bro. Just getting caught up on the chat before Trump's remarks. What is the future of Trump coin? Aman, it's commemorative coin. It doesn't do anything. You buy it, you hold it. A keepsake, let's say, a digital keepsake of the Trump presidency. It would be great if I didn't have to pay taxes on Doge. Is there another Eric tweet? I don't know. I just read this one. Is there a new one? Nope, that's it. Official Eric Trump. That's it. No, I got the right one. Unless you're thinking of something else. I don't know. Let me know. It's easier to cash out on Coinbase. Yeah, but I mean, how long are you going to hold it? I'd rather hold it in my wallet than, if it's my own wallet, than having it sitting on Coinbase exchange. It's a 90-day approval path, Rob, for an ETF application. 90 days. The SEC has to decide yes or no in 90 days. Did Bitcoin just hit an all-time high? It did yesterday morning. We can go on the Bitcoin chart. We can look at the 2-hour chart, and we can see here early Monday morning. The previous all-time high was 108,360, and it came all the way up to 109,350. So a new all-time high was Monday morning, early Monday morning. But that was yesterday, which was so long ago. Wasn't it? It was for me. I was so tired last night. So tired. Jay, it was just my thing of giving away Doge to the members. You're going to need some Dogecoin to go to Mars. Yeah. I'm still holding my SHIB. I'm ready to sell it on the first little jump in price. Yes. Kilmar, I bought some Trump tokens. They're not coins. Daydream, you're already up $300 in 25 minutes. And then you just sell it and roll it back into Doge, right? I don't have a target price for Trump token. It's a meme token. There's no target prices. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Thank you, John. Does possible ETH skew your price prediction? I don't know what you mean, Sonia. We could just skip the ETH run and just go right to alt season. Crypto searches on the rise. A lot of people talking about it. This Trump token certainly opened crypto up to a lot of new people. So yeah, we'll see. I know the taxes are bad, Adam, especially for the middle class, people running legitimate businesses that don't try and do all of those, tax loopholes. Netflix went up today, stock. I didn't see it. Netflix earnings crushed it. I bought some Trump, Alina. I did it just to make some money. I didn't buy them to be a commemorative token for Trump. It's just to make money. That was it. For this kind of run. Now up over $47. So that means I'm up about $1,200 now. Yeah, $1,300 I'm up. Let's go. You bought a silver Trump coin, a physical commemorative token, like my Doge one right here. My Doge, little commemorative token here. That's what I've got. Doge. What kind of wallet you want? Unlimited. My favorite is the Ledger Nano S Plus. And again, I also have a link in the description below if you want to check out Ledger. For soft wallets, I like the Exodus wallet. You can do some staking on there. Again, I don't recommend using the app on your phone. Just have it on a separate computer and do that. You like the flax and the stacks, Julian? Yeah, I already bought this before the flax and the stacks were invented, and this works fine for me, the Nano S Plus. And you're up $25 on your Trump tokens. Yeah. I'm selling all my SHIB next time it runs. Yep, I will be out of the SHIB business for good. I should be able to transfer right into Robinhood because on Robinhood, they will give you a wallet address to use for me to send tokens to you. Yes, Glittery, you remember. You like Tangem? It's snowing in the Gulf of America. It's snowing. I don't remember what you asked Sonia before. You meant about an ETF, and I didn't get your question. Sorry. Yeah, I don't see it just quickly scrolling through. So yeah, sorry about that. You're greedy. There's nothing wrong with being a little greed.
Their actions show reality couldn't be any further from the truth. For example, the Republicans recently blocked a bipartisan.
Oh God.
The child tax credit.
Some Democrat just going on the House floor. I know, all these headlines, big announcement. We're waiting to see what it is. We are waiting. You didn't have a hardware wallet. You bought the Flex. You love it. That's awesome. Great feedback. We don't know when Trump's arriving. They already said that he's late. Like an hour late. Raider fan joined. Welcome. The Gulf of America. Isn't that great? So Kilmar asks, if I had just discovered crypto and were just entering the market now, how would you invest? People get into crypto all different reasons. Mine was just luck at the time of buying Doge first. And if I hadn't done that, I would have been on a completely different path. So that's it. It's too hard to answer because I've been in it over 4 years. I can't flush that out of my brain and start over. Brian Armstrong says President Trump is excited about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Wants to be the first Bitcoin president. Thank you, Bruce. That was fun yesterday. You know, Burbs, sometimes life happens. Sometimes life happens. And then you just start over, pick back up. Sheep's doing nothing, Patricia. I thought at some time during this bull market would go on a huge run. It kind of did last March, but that was way too early in the bull market to sell, in my opinion. Swee's ripping, Theodore? I'll take that. I still own my Swee. Wanted to get back up over $5. Kind of pulling back a little. It came up to 480 and pulling back a little right now. Theodore, not quite ripping at the moment. I don't think anything's ripping at the moment. Got some red candles around just about everywhere. Yeah, I don't know how that whole Panama Canal thing is going to go. I don't know. We will see. You will remember, you might have been gifted a membership, Raider fan. If you were gifted a membership and then that 1 month ends, then you have to physically renew. Big Trump announcement. Yeah, I don't think he's going to talk about pardons, though. You bought 10,000 Doge last year and forgot about it. That's usually the best way to make money, is just to forget about it. And then wake up one day in the future and go, oh, I got some of that. Yeah, I think peak is like a 4-year thing, and we'll see it in 2029. And we'll let it ride. That's what I'm looking at it like. Got in on day 2, I've never done that before on a crypto project. Like throw out the memes, but a legitimate crypto project never got in on something that early before. So we'll see what happens. Melania. Yeah, I don't think Melania is going to be there today. Hey, Chad. Helium Mobile, not one that I follow on this channel, Adam, sorry. I wouldn't even know what to think when I looked at the chart. Lucifer got into crypto at the very top of the cycle in 2021. But that's what happens, though, right? When you hear about it. But you learn for your cycles, and now you're ready for crypto going forward. I would love for ETH to hit 8K, Mike, but God, it's just not doing anything. 3,300 still, while Bitcoin's making new all-time highs. Looking pretty weak. Nope, we're waiting for Trump to speak. The podium is there on the screen. Right there. We're waiting. I mean, it's something about infrastructure, but I don't know. Could mean a bunch of different things. If you want to hear my take on the ETF, Chad, just take the timer at the bottom and scroll it all the way back to the beginning of the live stream. Like watch the first 10 minutes of that and then come back to live. Crow, crypto.com coin, token. It's great. And it's probably going to go on a big run too. I don't know what China has to do with the Panama Canal. I think the United States has a play there. They're in a commercial break. What's up, Lucky? How are you? Have you seen the project Wallet IQ? Don't know what that is. Wallet IQ. Never heard of it. Wallet IQ. Oh, it's a pre-sale of some AI-powered decentralized crypto wallet. I don't do pre-sales. I'm just saying. Experience enhanced security, smart transactions with adaptive AI technology. I don't do pre-sales. I don't connect my wallet. I don't want to chat with you. Yeah. If anybody wants to try something like this and connect your wallet, my recommendation is start a new wallet. Like just if you don't have a trust wallet, just go and start a new trust wallet and connect that. Don't connect a wallet that's all full of crypto. My advice. And that is financial advice. Absolutely. I don't know what this is. Wallet IQ. Monitors wallet transactions, quickly identifying and mitigating suspicious activities. So why do you need a token? You don't need a token for this. The Wallet IQ is an ERC20 token, so it's built on Ethereum to provide unparalleled security and scalability. You get access to transaction fee payments, earn staking rewards up to 180%. Jeez, that's garbage. Sorry, dude. I'm out. Totally out. 180%. Jeez. Get the likes up, everyone. We're waiting on Trump. Make some remarks, see what he says. Thor still hanging out. Yep. Still looking good. I sold mine at 752, right over here. 752. So it hasn't come back up to my sale price yet, but it's looping up that way, isn't it? Crazy. Up 180% for the day. XRP to $1,000? Not out of the question, Edgar, but I'm not predicting it. Maybe $600 would be my prediction. Or $6. Whatever. I mean, $1,000? Jeez. I'm sorry. $1,000 is impossible for XRP. It's at $3. You'd be lucky to get to $10. ETH might be one of the later ones. Maybe 7K, Dorothy. Ardo surprised ETH isn't making moves. Yeah, there's also bickering and infighting going on. It's not a good look. You think he's going to say something about crypto in an infrastructure talk? Maybe. We will watch it. We will watch it live. Once the fun is over with that, the money all has to go somewhere. I got a nice house I'm buying. Would an ETF approval skew my 2025 price prediction? Nope. It'll still help it. China has infrastructure there, using it for military strategy. That's why the United States doesn't like the Chinese being there. And you know what? Even if they're operating the canal and doing stuff there, Trump will sit down with Xi and they'll work it out. That's what Trump can do that Biden couldn't. Solana already had its big run over the weekend because of that Trump token. That's the related thing to Trump. Now it's back to what it was. Biggest market cap D-pin is Render. Some say Render is an AI thing too. I don't know. But we'll see what Peak does. Yeah, we got nothing. They're still talking about the snow down in the South, in Houston, Louisiana. It's unprecedented snow down there, waiting for Trump. You only have to make your post once. I got it. We already looked at it. So, yep. Already looked at it. I know, Julian, exactly. As soon as I saw that APY 180%, it was like, nope. Garbage. No tax on NFTs. There were a lot of people back in 2021 talking about that. But okay, here we go, guys. We ready?
Well, thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here today. We have first full day as president. We're back, and we had a great first term, but we're going to have an even better second term, and I think we're going to do things that people would be shocked at. We're starting off with tremendous investment coming into our country at levels that nobody's really ever seen before. And they're very happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments. And it's big money and high quality people. So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology, it's sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say the by far the leading expert
AI.
based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas, but it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations, because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily at their own plants if they want, where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build energy generation, and that will be incredible. But it's technology and artificial intelligence, all made in the USA. Beginning immediately, Stargate will be building the physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of advancements in AI, and this will include the construction of colossal data centers, very, very massive structures. I was in the real estate business. These buildings, these are big, beautiful buildings, are going to employ a lot of people. And physical campuses and locations currently being scouted nationwide. They're making their choices of locations.
It's a Trump token.
Their choice. I'd like to ask Larry, Sam, and Masa to say a few words and just talk about a little bit about what they're doing, and if you have any questions, and then we'll go into a couple of other subjects also. But this is, to me, a very big thing. $500 billion Stargate project. I think is going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all. So, Larry, maybe we'll start with you and we'll go down the line. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you. It would simply be impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while, and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20, and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors better understanding.
This is the Fetch
condition of their
AI
patients and being able to
chart that I have up right here.
plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation.
It's starting to
See
pump.
how a
If
doctor
you're into Fetch.
at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctor. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by AI. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now. Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we would invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Now I came back with 500. Because this is the, as you say yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this. This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't have decided unless you won. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen because of this thing. So we would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with the goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years, within your term, right? Because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank,
The golden age.
Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX. On top of that, we have the
Let's go
technology
Fetch.
partner NVIDIA, and of course Microsoft has been very, very supportive to Sam and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Raleigh said, this will help
Bitcoin's still
people's
static.
life. This will help solving many,
Doge
many
dipped.
issues,
Gotta get back up.
difficult things that otherwise we
Watching
could not
Fetch
have
go up, though.
solved. With the power of AI. I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And then after that, that's not the goal. After that, artificial super intelligence
Miyagi.
will come to solve the issues that mankind would never ever have thought that we could solve. Well, this is the beginning of our golden age. Thank you very much.
The golden age.
I don't have too much to add.
Okay,
but I do want to say
Sam.
I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President. And I'm thrilled that we get to. I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about. But the fact that we get to do this in the United States is I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
Could you just say one word? I hear so many positive things about what it's going to do for medical research and for solving things, cancer and all the different problems. How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
These guys can maybe share more about some of the work they're doing there. I think they'll jointly be some of the leaders about driving progress here. But I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one.
You ain't done.
And what this will do for the ability to deliver very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases at a rapid rate, I think will be among the most important things this technology does.
Very good. Thank you.
So we're currently working on. Do I step on this? Okay. All right. No. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall. Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing.
Yeah, Robinhood doesn't have a lot of things.
The cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do it using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test.
It's not affecting any other cryptos, but
and using
fetch.
AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis.
Still going up. $1.30 now.
A simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again, using AI in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours.
Thank you,
This is the
MTV, for
promise
joining.
of AI and the promise of the future.
Thanks.
All right, no, get out of here.
Yeah, just 1 second, we'll finish up. But these are highly respected guys. I was shocked with Larry because I don't even think Larry does this stuff. He did a very good job for a guy that doesn't do it much, right?
Did you ask about fetch yesterday?
The group.
Good timing.
And it's really an honor. But
yeah, I'm not touching any
for
mRNA
Larry to be here
stuff.
and do this is very unusual because he doesn't do this stuff. He doesn't need it. He does, and you don't need it, do you? Huh? You don't need it. But I think it's an honor to the country. It's a great honor that this group, where these are the top people, that they're going to do it, and they're going to do it here, and we're going to make it as easy as it can be. A $500 million Stargate project comes in addition to a separate pledge between $100 and $200 billion from, as we know, from Masa, that we talked about before. Also, $20 billion.
Peak is a long-term play, MTB.
And we have many others that are coming. Some I just announce it. It's easier, but with some, I know them and they're so highly respected. I'd
Good timing, Ski
do
Jim.
it this way. Many would like to do it this way, but letting
Fetch.
the world know what's happening.
It should be going higher, though.
This is money that normally would have gone to China or other countries, but in particular China. In total, before the end of my first full business day in Washington in the White House, we've already secured nearly $3 trillion of new investments in the United States, and probably that's going to be 6 or 7.
I don't know what STG
by
is.
the end of the week. Tremendous amounts of money are coming in for many things other than even AI.
Going
AI
up
seems
too?
to be very hot. It seems to be the thing.
Is this an
that
AI
a lot of
play?
Smart people are looking
STG?
at very strongly, and our country will be prospering like never before. I think that's true, and it's going to be the golden age of America. As I say, yesterday we had the most ambitious, action-oriented day of
This
any
is Stargate,
administration
STG.
in history. No, there's never been a first day like yesterday, as you know.
They have a
I signed
token.
sweeping slate of executive orders to stop the invasion of our borders. I launched a government-wide effort to defeat inflation and bring down the cost of daily life and bring down the cost of energy, magnificently bring it down. And when energy comes down, Larry, I'd say generally speaking, when energy comes down, everything else comes down. The prices of food and the prices of everything else come down. Energy is that's the big baby. And we declared a national energy emergency to drill, baby, drill, our term that we use. We're going to drill, baby, drill like never before. We ended destructive DEI mandates across the federal government and returned our country to a merit-based system and a common sense system. As you know, the Supreme Court gave us a decision on merit, where things in this country can be based on merit now instead of a lot of different rules, regulations, and things that really
put our country at a big disadvantage. We permanently stopped government censorship and restored free speech. That was signed yesterday. We were renamed the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America. Sounds so beautiful, the Gulf of America, and returned the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley. They took off the name. And he was actually a great president. He was a very, very successful businessman. He ran for governor of Ohio. He won and did a great job as governor, ran for president, and he won. He was assassinated ultimately in his second term, unfortunately. But he was the tariff king, and I don't think he was as bad as I am. I think I believe in him even more than him, but he believed in him very strongly. And he raised massive amounts of money. Our country was at its richest.
Yeah, there'll be a dip
from
somewhere.
1870 to 1913, we had the most. That was when we were the richest, relatively speaking. We were the richest during that period of time. That was tariffs from other countries. And our administration's moving with unprecedented urgency and speed to confront every single crisis facing us, and we'll get the job done. And again, I want to thank Sam and Masa and Larry for being here. It's an honor to have them. And we'll take a few questions if you want.
The executive orders, you would agree that it's never acceptable to assault a police officer,
Sure.
right? So then if I can, among those you pardoned DJ Rodriguez, he drove a stun gun into the neck of a DC police officer who was abducted by the mob that day. He later confessed on video to the FBI and pleaded guilty for his crimes. Why does he deserve a pardon?
Well, I don't know. Was it a pardon? Because we're looking at commutes and we're looking at pardons. Okay, well, we'll take a look at everything. But I can say this. Murderers today are not even charged. You have murderers that aren't charged all over. You take a look at what's gone on in Philadelphia. Take a look at what's gone off in LA, where people murder people and they don't get charged. These people have already served years in prison. And they've served them viciously. It's a disgusting prison. It's been horrible. It's inhumane. It's been a terrible, terrible thing. I also say this: you go to Portland, where they wrapped police officers, shot police officers. Nothing happened to anybody. You go to Seattle, where they took over a big chunk of the city and people died. Portland, a lot of people
Very
died.
similar to Fetch.
And you go also take a look
The
at
AI
Minneapolis,
token.
because I was there and I watched it. If I didn't bring in the National Guard, that city wouldn't even exist today. People were killed.
Fetch up
and
higher.
Nobody went to jail. So these people have already served a long period of time, and I made a decision to give a pardon. Joe Biden gave a pardon yesterday to a lot of criminals. These are criminals that he gave a pardon to. And you should be asking that question. Why did he give a pardon to all of these people that committed crimes? Why did he give a pardon to the J6 Unselect Committee when they burned and destroyed all documents which showed that they did what was wrong, not me? Wait a minute. Why did they give a pardon to all of his relatives, his brother who made millions of dollars, to all these different people? He gave pardons. That's the question you should be answering. All right, go ahead. Yeah, please.
Tell us a little bit about your meeting. Can I just follow up on that really fast?
No.
I just want to ask,
Go ahead.
you said
Tell
you will.
Tell us about your meeting with Speaker Johnson, Senator Thune. Did you reach any conclusion on this one big?
Pretty much. I think we have a good situation now. It's been in some ways made simpler by Los Angeles because they're going to need a lot of money, and generally
Exactly,
speaking, I think
Theodore.
you'll find
That's
that
the right
a lot
question.
of Democrats are going to be asking for help. So I think maybe that makes it more one-sided. I think we're going to do very well. Look, we're going to take care of Los Angeles. I'm going there. I'm going to North Carolina, which has been abandoned by the Democrats. And I'm going to North Carolina, very importantly, first. I'll be there on Friday. And then I'm going from there to Los Angeles. And then I'm going to Nevada. And I'm really going to Nevada to thank them for the vote, because we won Nevada overwhelmingly. And that's usually a Democrat vote. And I just want to go there to thank the people of Nevada for the big vote. So we'll be making that. Yeah, please.
The leaders of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers were free following their pardons yesterday. At the time, back in 2021, you urged them to stand back and stand by. Is there now a place for them in the political conversation?
Well, we have to see. They've been given a pardon. I thought their sentences were ridiculous and excessive. One of the guys took down a flag That was an anti-American flag. And he was given years in jail. I don't know the exact number, but he was given many years in jail. I thought it was very excessive. And at least the cases that we looked at, these were people that actually love our country. So we thought a pardon would be appropriate, yeah.
President, is it also true in your conversations with Republicans today that you asked them to consider recess appointments for cabinet officials?
I think, yeah, if it's needed. I don't think it's going to be needed. Marco, as you know, got passed overwhelmingly with 99-0, which is pretty amazing. Marco's going to.
Biden never did this.
Secretary of State. He just got. I guess he was the first one and just got approved. That's some vote, 99-0, and the nothing.
Yeah. What about those drones in New Jersey? What were those?
Wanted to do it, but you know whose vote that was. Who's doing a great job right now is Vice President.
Sort of a trade or a deal involving wildfire relief and extension for debt.
Well, what I really want to have done, I was talking about this with the guys back in the Oval Office. Los Angeles has massive amounts of water available to it. All they have to do is turn the valve, and that's the valve.
It weighs heavily left.
Down from the Pacific Northwest.
Journalism is heavily
millions
left.
Of gallons of water a week and a day, even in many cases, pours into California.
I'll take transparency any day over what was happening the past 4 years.
And they turned it off. It's off now. The valve goes, it turns toward the Pacific Ocean, and all that water goes pouring into the Pacific Ocean. If they did what I told them to do, they wouldn't do it because politically they didn't think it was good. I think it's great politically. I think they're dead politically. What they've done, they've destroyed the city. What they've done to that city is unbelievable. The sprinklers, their sprinklers in there like these right here that you see, none of them had any water in them. They didn't have any water. The fire hydrants, 40% of them had no water. The brush was so.
Did you guys see the new Trump emoji?
The sprinklers on the lawn weren't allowed to even be used.
Just for the fun of it.
So, you know, everything was dry and it was an inferno. They created an inferno. So we're demanding that they turn the valve.
And we still have Elon's, of course.
Los Angeles right now. It's not even believable that they haven't done it. Just so you know, they have a valve and it turns like, think of a sink, but multiply it times many thousands of times the size of it. It's massive. And you turn it back toward Los Angeles.
Look for the dips, Frank.
They either have a death wish, they're stupid, or there's something else going on that we don't understand. But we want the water that they're throwing
Let's go.
to be
Fetch.
used for California. And that includes the farmers of California. You know, when you drive up north, you see all of the land. I couldn't believe it. I was with Devin Nunes when he was a congressman and some other congressmen from the area, and we're driving up and we're on the highway, and I keep looking at these farms. And
yeah, that was a good buy yesterday on that fetch, huh?
You see an acre.
Look at that go.
Or 2 acres with the most beautiful green.
No need Doge to run.
Most beautiful. It's rich stuff, and you look at the soil, and it's so rich. That soil is almost the equivalent to like Iowa soil. It's phenomenal. It's got no water. But the reason it has no
Frank,
water,
you're leverage trading.
No. I said, what do you mean?
Good luck.
Look at the thing. It's dry as a bone. The reason you have like an acre is because they say you can farm 1 acre, but no more, because they didn't want to waste water. But they throw the water into the Pacific Ocean. These people are crazy. So we're going to be issuing an executive order demanding that they immediately let that water come down through California. Farmers, even people living in Beverly Hills. Now, those people have been a lot of them are wiped out. Believe it or not, you know, they were having restrictions, Larry, you know about this. They wanted to restrict you to 38 gallons of water a day. That sounds like a lot, but it's not. When you're a rich person and you like to take a shower, 38 gallons doesn't last.
Doge AI. Exactly, Aussie. We should start that.
Really good water.
Doge AI.
Up high, Pacific Northwest. Some comes in from Canada. A nice country, by the way. Comes in from Canada, and it comes all the way through California, and they're restricting it. You even have the half pipes, you know, the half pipes, the cut pipes, big ones, bigger than this room. And they're going all the way down, and they're bone dry. and they could be loaded up with water. No, but isn't it incredible that they don't do it? And it's to protect the Delta smelt. It's a fish that's doing poorly anyway. But I said, how are you protecting the Delta smelt by not giving it water? It's a fish. It needs water. Nobody can answer that question. Well, let me do this first.
Are you open to Elon buying TikTok?
Say it.
Are you open to Elon buying TikTok?
I would be if you wanted to buy it, yeah.
On your inauguration.
I'd like Larry to buy it too. I have the right to make a deal. So the deal I'm thinking about, Larry, let's negotiate in front of the media.
TikTok.
The deal I think is this, and I met with owners of TikTok, the big owners. It's worthless if it doesn't get a permit. It's not like, oh, you can take the US. The whole thing is worthless. With a permit, it's worth like $1 trillion. So what I'm thinking about saying to somebody is buy it and give half to the United States of America, half, and we'll give you the permit. And they'll have a great partner, the United States. And they'll have something that's actually more valuable because they have the ultimate partner, and the United States will make it very worthwhile for them in terms of the permits and everything else. But so think of it, you have an asset that has no value or has $1 trillion value. It all depends on whether or not the United States gives the permit. So what I'm saying is let the United States give the permit and the United States should get half.
Yeah, I'm not doing TikTok.
Reasonable. What do you
Absolutely not.
Good deal to me, Mr. President.
Yeah, he can afford it too.
Mr. President, you're a president who has long said that you back with blue, but aren't you sending a message that assaulting officers is okay with these pardons?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, the
You already
opposite.
covered
In
that.
fact, I'm going to be letting
Idiots.
2 officers from Washington Police, DC. I believe they're from DC, but I just approved it. They were arrested, put in jail for 5 years because they went after an illegal, and I guess something happened where something went wrong. And they arrested the 2 officers and put them in jail for going after a criminal, a rough criminal, by the way. And I'm actually releasing. No, I am the friend of police, more than any president that's ever been in this office.
More than 400 of the people that you pardoned, though, assaulted officers. So I want to ask you about the Vice President, J.D. Vance. He said, this is a week ago, he said, if you committed violence on January 6th, obviously you should not be pardoned. Why is your Vice President wrong?
Well, only for one reason. They've served years in jail. They should not have served, and they've served years in jail, and murderers don't even go to jail in this country. And we had 1,500, we have 16 under review. As you know, we commuted about 16 of them because it looks like they could have done things that were not acceptable for a full pardon. But these people have served years of jail, and their lives have been ruined. And in many cases, listen to me for a second. Stop interrupting. They've served years in jail, and if you look at the American public is tired of it. Take a look at the election. Just look at the numbers.
I know, really,
of the election.
Jets, right?
We won this election in a landslide because the American public is tired of people like you that are just one-sided.
I know, they already asked it once. Now they've asked it 3 times.
Talk about all the people
move
that
on.
have been killed and what happens to those murderers. Murderers get no time. You take a look at some of these DAs. They go after political opponents, but they don't go after people that shoot people in the street. They're caught. They know where they're living. They know everything. They don't even go up to pick them up anymore. They just let them live there. They know all about it. They have
so, Rowan.
pictures. They have the tape of the shooting, and they don't even go up and you're talking about this. No, we pardoned people that were treated unbelievably poorly. In the history of our country, there's never been anything take place like this. They're still looking for them, but they're not looking for the murderers, the people that are killing everybody. We are, though. And we're getting them out of the country. We just started that. We're getting them out of the country, and they're going to be gotten out of the country fast. They came in illegally from jails and from prisons. They killed many people. Some of them killed many people. About 50% of them killed more than one person. They were released into our country.
We just looked at Fetch.
That's what we're focused on, not the kind of nonsense you're talking about.
You've called for a ceasefire in Ukraine. If Vladimir Putin doesn't come to the table to negotiate with you, will you put additional sanctions on Russia?
Sounds likely.
And do you think that the war should be frozen currently along
The war
with
should have never
Babylon?
started. If you had a competent president, which you didn't, the war wouldn't have happened. The war in Ukraine would have never happened if I were president. But that couldn't happen because the election was rigged. Yeah, go ahead.
President, there's been some debate within your orbit over whether or not to keep or eliminate H-1B visas. What's your position on that? Do you want to keep H-1Bs or do you want to get
Well,
them?
I like both sides of the argument, but I also like very competent people coming into our country, even if that involves them training and helping other people that may not have the qualifications they do. But I don't want to stop. And I'm not just talking about engineers. I'm talking about people at all levels. We want competent people coming into our country. And HB1, I know the program very well. I use the program. Maitre d's, wine, experts, even waiters, high quality waiters. You got to get the best people. Now, then you go into people like Larry, and he needs engineers, and Masa needs, and this gentleman needs engineers like nobody's ever needed engineers, right? So we have to have the quality people coming in. Now, by doing that, we're expanding businesses, and that takes care of everybody. So I'm sort of on both sides of the argument, but what I really do feel is that we have to let really competent people, great people come into our country, and we do that through the H1 program.
Impose tariffs on Canada and Mexico in an effort to force negotiations sooner on USMCA.
No, it's really not on USMCA. It has nothing to do with that. They've allowed both of them. Canada, very much so. They've allowed millions and millions of people to come into our country that shouldn't be here. They could have stopped them, and they didn't. And they've killed 300,000 people last year.
I know.
My opinion.
Ask the drones.
Have been destroyed by drugs, by fentanyl. The fentanyl coming through Canada is massive. The fentanyl coming through Mexico is massive. And people are getting killed, and families are being destroyed.
We'll sell off on Trump
the
token.
son gets killed, and the family is a basket case for the rest of their lives. I mean, I've seen mothers that thought they'd heal. They never heal. They say it gets worse with time. It gets worse with time. They lose their boy.
Don't
they
have
lose
time.
Their baby. They lose their young daughter.
Takes like 3 or 4 hours to play around a golf. I don't got time for that.
I talked with President Xi the other day, too, of China. I said, we don't want that crap in our country. You got to stop it. I would have stopped it.
Good night,
I
Dylan.
had a deal with him where he was going to give the maximum penalty, which in China is the death penalty for drug dealing. And he was also, he was going to give the maximum penalty to fentanyl dealers. If they send to the United States, they were going to get the death penalty. And of course, Biden didn't pick that up. I had that deal all done. It was all wrapped up. We were going to have it done. And then the election.
Look at VTHOR token going up again.
Nicely. It didn't go the proper way.
Wow.
I'm trying to be nice about it. It was rigged. And we had an incompetent president elected, and he never followed up on that deal. But he should have followed up.
Hanging out.
Because if they got the death penalty, they wouldn't be sending fentanyl to Mexico, Canada, and other places.
How much will the
We're thinking about that too. We're talking about a tariff of 10% on China based on the fact that they're sending fentanyl to Mexico and Canada.
How soon on those tariffs?
Probably February 1st is the date we're looking at. For Mexico and China, we're talking about approximately 25%.
Date on the Gaza ceasefire. Are you planning to travel to the Middle East soon?
We're thinking about going to the Middle East, not yet. We have a thing called the hostages are coming back going on right now, and they are coming back.
We'll get to Doge in just a minute,
Some of
John.
them have been very,
See if there's a crypto question here.
Lady with her hand practically blown off. You know how that happened, right? Did you know how that happened? When you find out, you're not going to be too happy because it was terrible. But the hostages are starting to come back. If I were,
I know that VTHOR chart is crazy.
They would have never come back. They would have all died.
200%
This
today.
was done a year earlier. If Biden would have done this deal a year and a half, 2 years ago, or frankly, it should have never happened. October 7th should have never happened. Nobody should be dead. But through weakness, they allowed it to happen, and then it was a disaster from them. But you go back just 6 months ago, many of these young people were living. Young people don't die like that. They're just dying. And young people aren't dying at 22 and 23 years old. They don't die. But now they're dying, and you wonder why they're dying. They're being killed, and they have been killed. But they say 6 months ago, you would have had 11 more living hostages. Think of that. 6 months ago. But Biden couldn't get it done, and it was only the imposition that I put on as a deadline that got it done. But it's a very sad situation. It should have never happened. I'll tell you, 2 things should have never happened. 3 things. Inflation should have never happened. It would have never happened, except for what they did to energy and their crazy spending. And Ukraine would have never happened. Never. By the way, Russia never would have gone into Ukraine. I had a very strong understanding with Putin. That
Financially getting killed?
He disrespected
Kilixor?
Very simple. He disrespects
How?
people.
It's a bull market.
He's smart. He understands. He disrespected Biden. And also, the Middle East would have never happened because Iran was.
Somebody
broke.
asked the
They had
question,
no money.
Bitcoin
They had no money for Hamas. They had
strategic
no money for Hezbollah.
reserve.
It would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened, but it did happen. So
Dogecoin
this is the cards
strategic reserve.
And
That'd be even better.
Back. That would have never happened under Biden. They would have never come back. They would just die.
Reporters don't know what Ripple is.
Slowly. They would die.
They have no idea.
Be killed. But that was what was happening.
Are you going to keep sending weapons to Ukraine, or are you going to turn off the tap soon?
Well, we're looking at that. We're talking to Zelensky. We're going to be talking with President Putin very soon, and we'll see how it all happens. We're going to look at it very soon. One thing I do feel, the European Union should be paying a lot more than they're paying, because under Biden, I mean, we're in there for $200 billion more. Now, it affects them more than it affects us. We have an ocean in between, right? Little thing called an ocean. The European Union should equalize. We're in there for $200 billion more than the European Union. I mean, what are we, stupid? I guess the answer is yes, because they must think so. But the European Union takes advantage of us tremendously on trade.
Yeah, Vithor's coming back for a second run here.
And always have. If I didn't get involved years ago, my first term, one of the first things I noticed was that they're not paying enough. They're not paying. And a lot of those countries weren't even paying. The NATO countries, they weren't paying. Only 7 out of 28 were paying. We were one of them. And Poland was one. And they had a few of them that were paying, and some were paying very proudly. Usually the closer to the borderline of Russia they were, the faster they paid, okay? The ones that were further away tended not to pay so fast. And one thing on that, I think they should lift their number not to 2%, but to 5%. NATO should be at 5%, not at 2%. 2% is ridiculous, you know.
The U.S. President Xi, in your conversation about Ukraine, you asked him to get involved in helping settle that. Can you tell us about that?
I did, yeah. I said, you ought to get it settled, because he's not done very much on that. He's got a lot of power, like we have a lot of power. I said, you ought to get it settled. We did discuss it, yeah.
And to continue selling products that benefit yourself personally while you're president?
Ooh.
Well, I don't know if it benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful.
Trump coin.
Checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
So you talked about the letter from President Biden. Can you give us some sense, broadly speaking?
Yeah, he wrote me a nice letter. I mean, I did open it last night. And
that wasn't a great answer.
Said, did you get the letter? I said, wait a minute, let's see. The letter is sort of a tradition. You put it in the drawer, especially of the beautiful Resolute desk, right? And I opened the drawer, and there it was. It said to number 47. And it was a very nice letter. I mean, I could show it because I think it was a nice letter. Maybe I will. I think just basically, it was a little bit of an inspirational type letter, you know. Enjoy it, do a good job. Important, very important, how important the job is. But I think it was a nice letter. I think I should let people see it because it was a positive for him in writing it. I appreciated the letter.
President, were security concerns at all a factor when deciding to move your inauguration?
Ave is going up too again.
No, not at all. No, not at all. It was just cold. And look, if we would have, you know, I just went out to the helicopter, right, we said goodbye. That's a tradition. As long as helicopter, before it used to be a stagecoach. And then helicopters came along.
He
But
didn't
that's been
deny
a
it.
tradition. You
That's
go
right,
out
Ralph.
and you do that. And we stood there for 10 minutes, and I'll tell you what, people would not have been able to get through that day.
Whoa,
That
Trump
was
token.
cold. It was sort of interesting. Don't
Dropping.
let the sun fool you. Tell me something. Sunny days can get very cold, can't they? Because that was so freezing yesterday. You couldn't have gotten through it. It would have been. And the answer is no, it wasn't secured. With that being said, I thought the Capitol, the Rotunda, was beautiful. 72 degrees, unbelievable sound. You know, it's like being in an opera house. I could see people wanting to do it there rather than outside.
Why did they remove John Bolton's security clearance, sir?
Because I think there was enough time. We take a job. You take a job, you want to do a job. We're not going to have security on people for the rest of their lives. Why should we? I thought he was a very dumb person, but I used him well because every time people saw me come into a meeting with John Bolton standing behind me, they thought that he'd attack them because he was a warmonger. He's the one that got us involved, along with Cheney and a couple of others, convinced Bush.
Yeah, really
a terrible
daydream, huh?
decision
Look at that.
to blow up the Middle East. You know, we blew up the Middle East and we left. And we got nothing out of it except a lot of death. We killed a lot of people. And John Bolton was, one of those guys, a stupid guy. But no, you can't have that for life. You shouldn't expect it for life.
Is that meeting you mentioned with President Zelensky? Will that take place here, and when and where will you meet with him?
I don't know. I mean, look, President Zelensky would like to have peace. He's told me that
$33.
personally. He'd like to have peace, but it takes two to tango. We'll see what happens.
When will you meet with President Putin?
Anytime they want, I'll meet. I'd like to see that end. Millions of people are being killed, and they're being killed. It's a vicious situation, and they're now largely soldiers. A lot of people have been killed in the cities. They look like demolition sites. Buildings, massive buildings bombed and coming down. The thing with Ukraine is that many more people died than you're reporting. You're not reporting the real numbers.
32.
And I'm not blaming you for that. I'm blaming maybe our government for not wanting to release those numbers. Many more people died than what you know about. When those big buildings come down and they say 2 people were injured, no. Many people, thousands of people are being killed. But the real killing now is on the war front.
Melania,
It's a very
too.
flat land. And the only thing that stops a bullet is somebody's body. And you have young soldiers.
Melania
so Russia's
dumping,
lost
too.
about 800,000 soldiers now. Ukraine's lost about 600 or 700,000. I think the numbers are low that they're giving out. But they've lost massive numbers of young soldiers. And
Yeah, CoinMarketCap is always behind,
it's very
Reagan.
flat. It's beautiful farmland, and it's flat and really beautiful in a different kind of way, but they don't have any protection. The only thing that stops a bullet is a body. And those bodies are stopping a lot of bullets, and they're being decimated, both sides.
In your conversation with President Xi, what did you tell him?
Oh, Jet, sorry to hear about that.
And what can you do to avoid it?
About which one? About tariffs? We didn't talk too much about tariffs, other than he knows where I stand. Look, I put large tariffs on China. I've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars. Until I was
I bought it
president, China never failed.
$34.25.
Not 10 cents to the United States. With me, they paid hundreds.
Yeah, it'll bounce right back up, I
$600
think, too.
billion or so, or more than that even, of tariffs. And if I didn't do that, you wouldn't have a steel mill open in the United States right now. You wouldn't have one
Fetch,
steel
it's
mill
going down
open
too now?
in the United States. So what I did is I saved the steel industry. I saved other
Yep.
industries too with other
It's like
tariffs.
everything's bouncing down. Look at Bitcoin dropping too.
Other countries are big abusers also.
Yeah.
It's not just China.
Everything.
China's an abuser, but the European Union is very, very
Crypto
bad.
market did not
treat us
like that.
very, very badly. They don't take our cars. They don't take our cars at all. They don't take our farm.
The token
products,
unlocks are
essentially.
3
They don't
months
take
away.
Very much. We have a $350 billion deficit with the European Union. They treat us very, very badly. So they're going to be in for tariffs. It's the only way you're going to get back. It's the only way you're going to get fairness. You can't get fairness unless you do that. But the European Union's treated us very badly.
Yeah,
But
everything's dropping right
essentially
now.
everybody treats us badly. Everybody treats us badly. Yes, go ahead. Because we allow them to. Because we've had stupid people doing this, and we can't have, I'd like to have these three people negotiate for us, just for 1 week, and we'd be a rich country again, but we'll be rich.
On AI data centers, will you rescind President Biden's executive order that opens up federal land?
On which centers?
Will you rescind President Biden's executive order that opens up federal lands for data centers and energy production?
No, I wouldn't do that. That sounds to me like it's something that I would like. I'd like to see federal lands open.
No, that's nasty, bro.
They're going to be very important.
Watch the first 10 minutes of the live stream. I explain
It's an honor to have these
the Dogecoin
great
ETF.
people, great CEOs and great geniuses, all three. It's an honor that they want to come to our country, but we're going to make it as easy as we can for them because other countries want them to. I'm going to have to go now. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Do you have TikTok on your phone?
I think I'll get it right now. By the way, again, we won the young vote. I think I won it through TikTok. So I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right. Well, there it was, guys. That was not a great answer on that Trump token question. That was not a great answer, guys. Did you hear what he said? What's the price? And then someone said making $1 billion, and he did not deny it. He didn't deny that he was making $1 billion off of his token. So the market didn't like it. The token dropped all the way down to 32.50, now back up to 39. So people are buying it back up on the dip, it looks like. Buying it right back up on the dip here. But it did come down all the way to 32.50. But we also had everything else dropping. Bitcoin's now down to 105. It's starting to come back up. But that was kind of like immediate response to what he said. That not a good answer. Not a good look. He should have just talked about the team and that's it. Yeah. Yeah, Daniel. Well, don't say I told you. That's not a good thing to say. But Trump and crypto don't mix. We'll see. I think he's going to get some advisement tonight on that. Eric and Don Jr. are going to be, hey, Dad. Right? They're going to be like, Dad, please. Coinbase never got to 33. Well, he definitely knew about it. So Robinhood didn't go below 36. They're different on different exchanges. I was looking at the Solana swap chart there. So I know, Dad, please. Exactly right. That's Eric, right? Eric's like, Dad, why did you say that? Now back up to $40. Dad, why did you say that? God. Oh, man. You sniped it on Robinhood for 36, Bruce? Nice. Incoming Trump tweet about Trump coin tonight. Yeah. That was pretty wild there. Huh? That's why we watch these things with Trump. You never know what he's going to say. Wow. Well, so we'll see tonight what happens there. Let me just do a refresh on the stream here. So we started out talking about the logo that was on the Doge website. This was the doge.gov website. But then while we were live, breaking news, it got changed to this logo. So maybe they were contacted about using the Dogecoin logo, which somebody does own the rights to. Who knows why that got changed? Maybe this was just a little wink and a nod from Elon to the Dogecoin family, like, still thinking about you. And I do that every time I pull that over. Sorry, guys. We're back. Anyway, that was interesting. And then there was also the little HTML Doge in the Doge that was put into the HTML code, and that's now gone. And then we looked at the Doge clock that's on the Debt Clock website. There's a Doge clock in there. We talked about, we looked it up here. And then we talked about the ETF that Rex shares and Osprey have filed for Trump, Doge, and Bonk ETFs. Yes, I said Bonk, Doge, and the Trump token. They filed for all three of those plus 4 others under Rex Osprey for ETFs, and they filed directly with the SEC, which was on this website where I showed you on the SEC website the actual applications. So they are in. There's the Doge one. It's a 90-day process. It's a 90-day process. So from January 21st to April 21st. So I would expect we will see in April what happens, because the Bitcoin ones last year were exactly like 89, 90 days till they got approved. Now, this is not Gary Gensler leading the SEC now, so maybe we'll have a little more transparency of the process of what's going on, but this is what it was, and this was officially filed this morning with the SEC for these 7 ETFs. So very, very interesting. Very interesting. On that front, we looked at Doge patterns. We looked at current bounce off of the sloping resistance line. Ali was showing as well. Trump token is back up to $41 now. Trump's team bought the dip. Yeah, maybe there. Byron, thanks for the super chat. Millions buy in Trump. Somebody's buying all that back up. That was quick. All the way down to $32 and then back up to 41, just like that. Wow. Millions of dollars is right. Mr. My Bubble joining the channel. Thanks, dude. Welcome to the family. The fetch chart. See what's going on before I call it a stream. Fetch $1.30. So I had a little red candle then and coming back up. And I think we probably see that on Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin still is a red there. So we'll see. I hope everyone does have a great evening tonight. And look, tomorrow I'll be live again. So join in on the live stream tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great evening, and we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.